This Dolphins team might have had the best offseason out of any team in the NFL. Obviously, with the additions of Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, and even smaller ones that I'll get to in a minute that I really like. But super quick before we get into today's video, we easily hit the like goal on the last two videos, so thank you for that. I mean, I'm recording this day of the 49ers rebuild, and we're already at the like goal. So let's shoot for 25 on this one. We're upping it again to 25. We're working our way up, baby. And we are almost at 500 subscribers. We're super close, so if you want to be an OG of this channel, just be sure to go down, obviously, like I said, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for my channel. And while you're down there, also let me know what team to rebuild next, because if I pick your comment, I will shout you out. And speaking of that, huge shout out to Michael Smith. Go drop them a sub. Their link is in the description. But that's enough plugging. Be sure to share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. And if you're that friend, be sure to share it with a friend. See how many friends you can share it with. I don't know. But let's get into today's rebuild and a breakdown of the team. Alright, here we are with head coach Mikey McDingle, which, you know, I realized is very close to Mike McDaniel, their actual head coach. Very weird. When I originally created Mikey McDingle, I didn't have Mike McDaniel in mind, clearly, but you know, that's whatever. But man, this roster is even better than I expected. Just look at the changes they made in this offseason alone. The new players here are Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Teddy Bridgewater. Like, they have a new player at almost every single position. Not even a new player, I mean like a new starter or borderline starter. This offense is like completely revamped. The defense didn't change too much, but I liked the additions of Melvin Ingram and Trey Flowers, two, I guess, veteran pass rushers that I've thought were very good in the past. Like 2017, these were two of the top pass rushers in the league. So yeah, I'm pretty high on this team, but like the 49ers in my last rebuild, I have some questions for this team, and actually some similar questions. Those being the offensive line, quarterback, and running back. And then for this team, defensive tackle and linebacker, because we have some older pass rushers here. Obviously, the main question for this team in real life and here is TUA. Now look, I wasn't a TUA guy coming out of the draft. I thought he was like a second round talent. They took him like top 5, but at this point, I'm a TUA truther. I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. Sure, he doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but I feel like people are acting like he can't throw it more than like 15 yards. He's not like late career Drew Brees out here. He can still sling it a little bit. I think given enough time, he could develop into a solid quarterback. Now, obviously, that comes back around. He is a little limited by his lack of arm strength, but he can be like solid. He can be at like the Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins level where they're good, but they're limited by something. There's just something missing. And for him, like I said, it's arm talent. They made one of my favorite signings of the offseason in Teron Armstead. He has an upgrade here. But yeah, they signed him for like $15 million a year. I thought he was going to get like $25 million a year. The thing is, Tua's a lefty, so his blind side is really his right tackle. So Teron Armstead, this is like the one team he could have gone to where he's a little less valuable, because I mean, he's not a blindside tackle, but he's still obviously one of the better tackles in the league. Obviously, Jalen Waddle was a stud as a rookie. These are my custom rosters. I don't have him rated super high. I typically don't rate players who just came off their rookie year super high. Clearly, he will go up a ton if he has a great year this year. And I thought Connor Williams was a sneaky good signing. Same with the other addition they made from the Cowboys in Cedric Wilson. Connor Williams is a great scheme fit here. Already showed in the first game of the year that he looks much improved here. There are a lot of players I could talk about on this team, but I want to keep it relatively quick. Mike Gesicki, I'm a fan of him. Apparently they don't like him because they didn't play him much in that first game, but whatever, dude. You do you. This defense, though, has some star players, that's for sure. Javon Holland looked amazing as a rookie. He was my safety, I think 1 or 2. I think I had Trayvon Moehrig number 1, and then him number 2, or maybe I had him Beckham flipped, I don't know, but he had an amazing rookie year. Both of them did actually, but Holland was a bit better. Xavier Howard, one of the better corners in the league, underrated at this point. I thought he was the best corner in like 2020. And even Byron Jones next to him was a very good safety for the Cowboys. They have a lot of Cowboys players, huh? I didn't even realize that. Well, I guess 3. Connor Williams, Cedric Wilson, Byron Jones. I don't think there are any others, but maybe. I'm also a huge fan of Jalen Phillips. He was my #1 player overall in 2020. I thought he was the best player in the class. Well, kind of. I thought he was the best player in the class ignoring injuries. He had huge injury problems at UCLA, transferred to Miami, is a monster, but I think it was concussions that kind of did him in. He had, let me look this up. Okay, so he had a concussion in 2017. He also had a right ankle sprain and then got a left ankle injury, all in 2017. In 2018, he got hit by a goddamn car, injuring his left wrist really badly, and then he got a season-ending concussion, basically forced him to retire. He also got a concussion when he was 10, so that was 4 concussions. Wait, no, that's 3 concussions, but a lot of other injuries. It just sounds like he's really unlucky. So yeah, hopefully those stop happening, and hopefully those don't affect him in the future. Either way, though, is a monster when healthy. But that's enough talking. I can talk more about these players later on in the rebuild. Let's get to the mid-season point of year #1, and hopefully we're doing well. So this team is even more similar to the 49ers than I realized. Here I am trading Teddy Bridgewater, Raheem Mostert, a former 49er, and a 7th round pick next year for 2 seconds from the Seahawks. In the last rebuild, I traded the Seahawks Jimmy G, who is an older, maybe bridge quarterback, but they are playing the younger, higher upside quarterback like the 49ers with Trey Lance, and in this case with Tua Tagovailoa. So it's kind of like a similar thing, and I'm trading that quarterback to the same team, so it's interesting. Alright, well, I just had maybe the weirdest glitch I've ever had in this game. So I moved Trey Flowers down to defensive end to trade him because he goes up 3 overall there, but I was trying to get a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th from the Jaguars, and the interest looked good. I had to take the 3rd and the 4th away, but for the 2nd, I was like, for sure this is gonna go through, and all of a sudden the interest dropped down to like a quarter of the bar, and I was like, what happened? And I backed out of the thing, and Trey Flowers got magically moved back to outside linebacker, and the Jags weren't interested in him there. It was so weird. I don't know what happened, but we're trading Trey Flowers, Michael Dieter, and I had to add Justin Bethel because it was just a touch away from going through. But we're trading all of them to the Jags for a 2nd round pick, projected to be the 1st pick, but I think the Jags are normally decent in this game, so we'll see. Okay, well, at the midseason point of year #1, we are 1-6. Yikes. Well, Tua's doing all right, 1,900 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing is not great. It looks like we might need a running back this year. I'm guessing it is probably a playbook issue. Now, in the last video, I built a very good team, but the playbook just always sucked. Our offense was like an 88 overall, but it just played horribly. So I'm not gonna... Bruh, I literally just rejoined it like a minute ago. Fuck you. But like I was saying, if the playbook sucks after year #2, I'll change it heading into year #3. Maybe even at the midseason of year 2 if it sucks really bad, we'll see. But the problem is I kind of don't know what the good playbooks in this game are. I mean, there's always the Bucs offense that's kind of broken. Clearly, they're 7-0 right here. But I never know good defensive playbooks. So if you know a good defensive playbook, let me know, because, you know, I'm trying to use that. But we have some upgrades here. Ooh, Jalen Phillips, that's nice. And in terms of re-signings, who do we have here? So Ray McLeod, I definitely want Mike Gesicki back. Melvin Ingram is doing very well, so I might re-sign him at the end of the year. The problem with Mike Gesicki is he's not interested in rejoining, and if I was doing a realistic rebuild, I might not re-sign him because the Dolphins don't really like him, and he doesn't even accept player-friendly. I might have even done very player-friendly. I don't remember what I did. I think I just did player-friendly, though. We actually have have a few starters here. Thomas Morstead, our punter. Eric Rowe, our safety. More players down here even. Andrew Van Ginkel, Nick Needham. So I'll see what I can do. Hopefully we can get some of these players back. You know, actually, I'm going to do something here. So here we're going to trade Andrew Van Ginkel to the Colts. He's in a contract year. We don't really need to pay him. He's already 27. He's not really going to progress anymore. It's not like he's playing super well this year. So we're trading him to the Colts to get a second round pick. I feel like that's a steal for us, and hopefully we can get a good player with that pick. Actually, how many second round picks do we have this year? I feel like I got way too many. We have 5 second round picks and 2 first round picks. I think in real life they had to give up that first round pick because their owner's weird or something. I don't know. But in Madden, I guess they don't know how to do that, so they're just like, keep it. But hey, in this world, Mikey McDingle's the captain of the ship, so fuck that owner. It's Mikey McDingle world in here. So I don't know about you, but I think 4-13 is bad enough for a playbook change year 1, especially at an 82 overall. Wow, that's actually really weird. TUA wasn't the problem necessarily. He was good. 4,700 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. Now the rushing was not great by any means. We had about 3 yards per carry, maybe a little higher because of TUA and Tyreek Hill, but yeah, that wasn't great. We actually had a lot of receiver rushing attempts. That's interesting. But let's see. Myles Gaskin led the team with 10 rushing touchdowns. Chase Edmonds with 5. In terms of receiving, Tyreek Hill had 1,300 yards, only 4 touchdowns though. It looks like Cedric Wilson got most of the touchdowns with 11 and 1,200 yards. I mean, I don't think he's quite that good in real life, but hey, EA agrees with me a little bit, I guess. I didn't know he was from Boise State. Oh yeah, I guess he is. I kind of forgot about that. That's kind of cool. And then Jalen Waddle with only 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki had 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. In terms of blocking, yikes. Liam Eichenberg is... Should I just cut him now? Yeah, goodbye. Liam Eichenberg, you are gone. You were terrible. I like him in real life, but not if he's doing that. Teron Armstead let up 10 sacks, which is fine, I guess. Not the best, but fine. Austin Jackson with 4, Robert Hunt with 4, and Connor Williams with only 1. I would say our best linemen were Austin Jackson and Connor Williams. They were both nice. On defense, we might have had the Defensive Player of the Year. Channing Tindall had 121 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 5 picks. He was a monster as a rookie. I started him as the sub linebacker, and apparently that was a good decision. Number 2 in tackles was Jerome Baker with 110. Byron Jones had 101. Normally it's not great if your corner's getting a lot of tackles because they're probably getting beat to make those tackles, but you know, still, that's fine. Emmanuel Ogbah had also a monster year with 19 tackles for loss, 16 sacks. Melvin Ingram had 13 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. Christian Wilkins, I didn't mean to click on him. Christian Wilkins had 9 tackles for loss, 11 sacks. Good thing we are not in New York, because yikes. Zach Sealer even did pretty well. Interceptions, we had 2 players with 5. Channing Tindall and Xavier Howard. Nick Needham had 3, 2 from Jerome Baker, 2 from Eric Rowe. This is a good team. How did we go 4-13? Okay, we were 26th in offensive yards. I think we were the same in defensive yards, yeah. So 26th for both of those. 29th in points scored. That's not great, but I don't see that. And then 22nd in points allowed. This just seems like a really unlucky year. I think I'm gonna... I don't know, man. Joe Burrow wins MVP of the 11-6 Bengals. Well, he's not MVP of the Bengals. He's MVP and on the Bengals. You know what I mean. Tua turn the ball over is at number 9, so I'm glad he made it. That could be a pretty big XP boost. I don't know if it gives you any for making it there, but just that he did well could give him some XP. Nobody up here for Offensive Player of the Year, though. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Von Miller. Emmanuel Ogbah at number 3. Where's Channing Tindall? There he is at number 7. Okay, so we had 2 players up there. I feel like both got scammed, but at least they're up there. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Breece Hall as always. Any Dolphins, it does not appear so. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Channing Tindall. I didn't even think of that. I had my eyes set on Defensive Player of the Year, but that's huge that he can win at least an award. Okay, so the Packers take down the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I have a lot of parallels between my rebuilds. Like, this one is very similar to the 49ers rebuild. I believe in the first year, we also had this exact same Super Bowl. I don't know if it was this exact same one, or in the exact same year, but I think we had this Super Bowl in the last rebuild. If not, it was in another one, and that's still a parallel to another rebuild. It's just kind of weird, but we have some upgrades here. Actually, these are just gonna be, yeah, okay. Oh no, Channing Tindall does get an upgrade. Is this his Defensive Player of the Year XP? He goes up to a 72 overall. I'm not the biggest Channing Tindall fan in real life, I'm not gonna lie, but here it's huge that he can win these kind of awards. He goes up to a star dev. That is beautiful. Also, it didn't even process in my mind that the Jets were better than the Bills this year. Madden is definitely not a game if you want realism, let me tell ya. But for re-signings, I definitely want Mike Gesicki back. He had a pretty good year as our tight end. We're gonna have to give him very player friendly, I think. We'll try that, and he does take it. I'm fine with paying him. I really like him in real life. They apparently don't, but I really do. Now, I'm going to re-sign Melvin Ingram for sure. He's not interested. We're going to have to go very player friendly. That's unfortunate. He's still not going to take it. That really sucks. Hopefully, we can get him back in free agency because he was very good this year. Thomas Morstead, I don't know. I'll figure it out on my own. Who else do I want? I think I'm honestly good on everyone else. So let's get into free agency. Actually, you know, money isn't a problem for us at this point. Melvin Ingram was very good last year. Let's franchise tag him. I don't actually franchise tag players very much, but I just want him for one more year because he's going to regress a ton after this year. I just want him so he can be good for one more year, and then if he's good again, I'll try to re-sign him. Maybe I'll be more interested. I don't know, but this is kind of like the perfect scenario. This might be the most trading I have ever done in a rebuild, but we're trading Keon Crossan in a 7th to the Steelers for a 3rd round pick. The reason I'm trading Keon Crossan is because we really don't need him. He's like our 5th corner, and he's making like $4 million. We kind of need some money. I kind of lied when I said we're fine with money, but we also kind of are because it's only year 2. I don't know. But yeah, this is really good value for us. But I kind of want to show you something that I thought was a little funny. The Steelers currently have, well, they had 2 corners on the roster. Now they have 3. They had Akella Witherspoon, who I was so mad when the Seahawks traded, and I immediately got proven right. He was one of the better corners, or I wouldn't say one of the better corners, but a very good corner in 2021. I'm still mad about that, but now I guess we made their group a little better, I guess? I don't know. I actually kind of forgot how many players this team is paying. We're paying Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, now we're paying Mike Gesicki. Christian Wilkins has the 5th-year option, I guess that is. Jalen Waddle we're not paying yet, thank God. Emmanuel Ogbah we're paying, Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Connor Williams we're paying a little bit, Melvin Ingram we franchise tagged. Like, this team is paying some players. Jerome Baker, I paid Myles Gaskin, I did decide to keep him. Like, this team is more expensive than I realized, and probably more expensive than it should be. Okay, maybe the trading's getting a bit out of hand. We're trading Chase Edmonds to the Bills for a 2nd round pick. Again, this frees up money. Chase Edmonds was terrible for us last year. He had like 3 yards per carry. I'm good, so we're getting another 2nd round pick. I think the only player I'm gonna go for in free agency is gonna be Darrell Henderson. I just want a running back that can maybe play well. He's gonna be like a bridge guy for us unless he plays like very well. I don't expect him to do well, but you can always hope, I guess. We'll see if he signs. Okay, and he actually did right off the bat, so Darrell Henderson is gonna be our running back. Ooh, we have Tua's 5th year. I didn't even think about this. I am not going to pick it up. I will maybe re-sign him unless there is a great quarterback in this year's draft. That's maybe a controversial one, but I just don't I just don't want to roll with Tua. He hasn't shown enough. We have another one here. Who's this going to be? Austin Jack. Yeah, no, not a chance. I might re-sign him because he has a dev trait and we're playing him at guard and he actually did well, but I'm not picking up the 5th year for him. Not a chance. Okay, we got lucky. We have the number 2 pick and the number 4 pick in the draft. The Giants have the number 1 and the Texans have the number 3. So that could create some problems. I don't know if they're going to go with players that I'm looking at. I'm not going to say what those players are because that'll kind of spoil what I'm doing, but it's kind of worrisome. I hate this glitch. Hold on. Okay, did that fix it? Yeah, there we go. We can actually see the draft. So let's sim the Giants pick. What are they going to do today or tomorrow? Hello, game? I can't, it doesn't say I can sim anymore. Hello? What if I go to my team? It just didn't register. Okay, next pick. No. Hello? I think I know what it's going to do. If I back out of this, it's going to send me like back to the off season, right? Well, it didn't send me back quite as far as I thought it would, but now we have to start the draft again. This game is so weird. There's so many glitches in this game that didn't exist last year. It sucks, dude. But let's sim the Giants pick. I don't know if it's gonna work this time. It did. They go with a QB. So that is one of the players I was looking at, but I'm okay with that because there were other good QBs. There's still 3 first-round QBs left. Russell Copeland, Wes Turner, which is funny because it sounds like Westerner, which I don't know. It's like one of those Mike Hunt names or whatever, but not as vulgar, I guess. He looks like a decent player. I don't know if I'm going to pick him, though. And then Madison Young. These are weird names. These are really weird names. He's a strong arm. He has elite throw power. Ooh. Not the best awareness, but I love that deep accuracy and that throw power. What is Wes Turner's throw power? Does he has great, so it's still great clearly, but not quite elite. And then Russell Copeland, what is his? He has good, but he's also fast. God, I don't know. I want to go with one of these QBs, but I don't know which one is best. Let's go Russell Copeland. I think he's the pick. He has hidden dev. Let's go. 90 throw power, 82 speed, and 91 change of direction. Good agility and acceleration. Even decent strength for a QB. I didn't even say anything about him. He's 6'5", 229, only 21 years old. He's a righty, so, you know, not like me for real. Out of UL Lafayette. Great quarterback. Now we have to figure out what we're gonna do with Tua. This guy's listed as an agile lineman, and he also put up 39 reps on the bench. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's take him. And he has hidden dev. Not even gonna think twice about that. He looks crazy. With this pick, I'm gonna go Will Jordan. He is a 6'3", 215 pound, not 250 pound safety out of LSU, left-handed just like me for real, like I was saying. He has B to D awareness, B block shed, B tackle, maybe A pursuit, hit power, catching, injury. Like, there's the upside for him to be a very good player. The reason I'm gonna take him is because he ran a 4.43 at the combine and a 4.39 at his pro day. He also put up 21 reps on the bench. Listed with elite strength, only good speed, which is surprising considering he ran a 4.43 as a run support safety. But either way, let's take him. And he also has hidden dev. He'll be our starter of the future at strong safety. With this next pick, I'm gonna go Max Dotson. He's a 6', 247 pound linebacker, so he's kind of built like a bowling ball. He's 23 years old out of Alabama. In this draft, I'm kind of taking older players than I would take, you know. Apparently, I like MILFs like I do in real life in this draft, I don't know. But he ran a 4.66 at the combine, pretty great for a linebacker of that build. Also, solid strength for a linebacker. Well, that's exactly what it says. I didn't even realize that going into saying that. But he has B block shed, A tackle, A to C pursuit, B hit power, A to C man coverage, B zone coverage. So he's listed as a run support linebacker, but that's not all he's good at. He also has good coverage. So let's take him. And he also has hidden. This might be one of the best drafts I have had in a long time. Ooh, this guy looks good. I'm going to go Jonathan Marshall, I think. He's 6'6", 279, 22 years old out of Auburn. He's a left defensive end. The reason I'm taking him is because he's a power rusher, but he has 4.65 speed and 33 reps on the bench, 36 at his pro day. So he's fast and strong, and I'm going to play him at outside linebacker. He's going to... I guess he would be a good fit for this scheme. He would be kind of like a Trey Flowers type where they can kind of play like a mix of 4-3 defensive end and 3-4, I guess, outside line. Or what do they do in a Patriots defense, whatever they do, I don't know. I think I said that backwards, I don't know. But he looks like a very good player. B power moves, B play rec, probably B awareness if he has B play rec, B hit power, B tackle. Not great finesse moves, but that's fine. A to C pursuit, let's take him. And he also has hidden. I think after this, I'm just going to sim out the rest of the draft because, I mean, this is one crazy good draft. This is quite possibly the best draft I have ever had. I took every single pick in this draft. It got a little shaky down here, but, I mean, I made up with it with the last pick. But our quarterback, Russell Copeland, is a 75 overall, only 21 years old, with hidden dev, already as good as TUA, so should be much better, hopefully. 90 throw power, 87 throw on the run, good break sack, short accuracy, looks like a really good player. Noah Jenkins, the tackle, was our best player out of this class. Great strength, pass blocking, good finesse, even solid power, kind of. Looks like just a really great tackle. He's going to start at right tackle for us because obviously we have Teron Armstead, or I could move Teron Armstead to right tackle to be kind of our left tackle if that makes any sense. Or no, it won't matter anymore because we don't have two anymore. Never mind, ignore me. Will Jordan, our safety, was a 72 overall. Not quite as good as I thought he would be, but at least he does have that dev trait. Just a really good run defender, good speed, no coverage ability though. Or not no coverage ability, but not great coverage ability, I should say. Still a great safety though, and will be our starter. Max Dotson, the linebacker, who I'm going to play at middle linebacker because, I mean, he's more of a run defender. We are obviously in kind of a 3-4 defense here, I guess. We're going to play him at middle linebacker where he is a probably 70 overall. No, he stays at a 72. Okay, nice. But yeah, just a good run defender. I feel like the game lies about players' pass coverage because how could... I don't know, because if you remember, he had like a B zone coverage. I guess it's just factoring the pass rushers' pass coverage too. So it's like a B compared to their pass coverage because theirs is like terrible. I don't know, but good run defender, good speed, just overall good scheme fit for this kind of defense. Great scheme fit. He's like a Juwan Bentley type player. Jonathan Marshall, the defensive end who we're gonna move back to linebacker, is a 72 overall. He's only a 70 overall at linebacker, but he does have that dev trait. Good speed, good run defense, okay power moves, no finesse, great strength, especially for an outside linebacker now. Should be a really good player. And I think that's where I stopped recording. We took Alonzo Thurston, a 68 overall corner, but he does have that hidden dev. Now this one was a really good pick. Patrick Roper only has normal, but he is a 75 overall, good speed, good route running, just overall a really solid wide receiver. And then I think I took another receiver right after him, Jeremiah Bird. Not as good, clearly. He had good deep route running, which is weird for like a physical receiver, so I was like, but no, it didn't really lead to anything. He's just not that great of a player. Maybe a tight end? What's his build? Is his build like big enough? I didn't really check that. 6'5", 221. He got the height, but I don't know about the weight. We'll see. Parker Hargrove is a hidden dev middle linebacker. This is one of my favorite picks. Great speed, good coverage, even good hit power for a linebacker of his build. Actually, he's not even small. He's 6'1", 237. That's solid for a linebacker, especially for a coverage speedy linebacker. That's really nice for that. Kendrick Buckley and JT Stevens, we're not going to talk about them. Those weren't great picks. And then the running back I took with the last pick, he's going to be like our more... I guess he won't even be our power back because we have Darrell Henderson. He has a bit of power, so I guess he'll just be a backup, but he has hidden dev, 69 overall. Nice. I hate how much this happens this year. Why? Why? Okay, we're going to be trading Tua and Kader Kohu. What the hell kind of a Star Wars ass name is that? We're going to be trading them to the commies, the Washington Communists, for their first round pick. So right before I am recording this, the Dolphins-Ravens game just got over and Tua passed for 6 touchdowns in their comeback. That is insane. That's almost the record, right? The record's 7? That's crazy. Sure, he threw 2 picks, but I mean, still, that's insane. Unfortunately, he is no longer here. I almost said no longer with us. But yeah, he's no longer here. I traded him away, but still interesting, you know, for the Dolphins in real life, it's interesting. For us, it doesn't matter, but for them, it does. But this is the team going into year number 2 of the rebuild, and let me tell you, this is a nice one. So, right off the bat, what's his name? Noah Jenkins is up to an 80 overall. Teron Armstead mentored him. I went all into pass block finesse, and now he is very good. He also got like 10,000 XP, so that was nice. Also, he's wearing number 69, so double nice. The rookie quarterback, what's his name? Russell Copeland. He is now a scheme fit. I changed our scheme in our playbook, so he should get more XP and do pretty well in the Tampa Bay playbook. The game did the thing I was talking about earlier. It closed out, and when it closed out, it put me all the way back to the beginning of the draft. So I had to retake every pick and hope nobody else got taken by another team, but nobody did, luckily. I think I redid everything right. And then the only other change is we added Darrell Henderson to our running back room. So pretty big revamp to the offense, especially the O-line. So I'm very happy about that. Defensively, I think I'm going to start Hargrove as our number 2 linebacker. We have an absurd linebacker room. Honestly, how much money does Jerome Baker make? And how old is he? He's 26. Is he considered a fan favorite? Let me know down below, cause I might trade him away. So here we are trading Jerome Baker to the Ravens for a 2nd round pick. This is the game that just happened in real life, Dolphins-Ravens, and I am very mad because I picked the Ravens, they were destroying them, and then the Dolphins came back. I also picked the Browns, and Joe Flacco decided to look like the old Joe Flacco, like I expected. I mean, I've called that before in my videos. He was going to be good for the Jets this year, and the Jets came back and won, so I also got that wrong. And the Commanders also almost came back against the Lions. It was like 22-0. I think it was a like 8-point game at some point. It ended 36-27, so I almost got that one wrong too, but I did pick the Lions, so we good. I just wanted to rant about that. I got very unlucky today. Because, I mean, I picked almost everything else right. The only 2 games I had actually wrong this week were the Giants. I picked the Panthers to beat them, and then I picked the Colts to beat the Jaguars. I probably shouldn't have. They don't have the best track record in Jacksonville, but they got just destroyed by the Jaguars, so But for the rest of the defense, it is mostly the same. The only other difference is we're gonna have, what's his name, Will Jordan as our strong safety. I figured that was his name, I just didn't want to say it and be wrong again, so he's gonna be our starting strong safety. Hopefully he can develop into a good player. So let's not talk about the record here. Let's just worry about, Russell Copeland is doing, actually not great. 1,900 yards, 12 touchdowns is good, but 7 interceptions is a lot. Darrell Henderson not doing very well. Receiving is okay. How's the line doing? Noah Jenkins is not doing very well, but everyone else is doing fine. Robert Hunt might be up there for the all-castration team. We'll have to see. Defensively, we're getting 0 pressure, and we have 3 interceptions on the year. I'm changing the defensive playbook, too. Let's roll with the Packers playbook. How about that? They had the best scoring offense for teams that have actually played 7 games, so... Or, no, best scoring defense, I mean, not scoring offense. So hopefully that is better than whatever the hell we were, because we were the 32nd scoring offense, or defense, fuck. I'm just gonna start all the young players and hope they can develop. But on another somewhat negative note, I guess this isn't as negative, but we have to re-sign some players. So Christian Wilkins, I definitely do want back. We'll give him 3 years, what is that, about 10 million a year, just over 10 million a year, and he takes that, cool. Connor Williams is doing well, I think, so we'll see. Neutral, and he takes that, perfect. Darrell Henderson, not a chance. Melvin Ingram, our pass rush sucks, and we're trying to phase him out because he is older, and he's not interested, so I'll pass. Robert Hunt is doing well. He's like our one player that is doing well. We'll re-sign him for 3 years, and he takes that. Also amazing. And Zach Sealer, we'll see. I'm funny. Noah Igbenogany, he's young, so I might re-sign him. Austin Jackson, he's doing pretty well, so probably, but we can't re-sign them yet. I'll have to do that at the end of the year. So let's get to the end of the year, and hopefully we're not doing this bad all year. Excuse me? We what now? We made the playoffs at 7-10? I guess we technically didn't finish as bad as we started. We finished, what, 6-4? Or 6-5, I guess? Well, we're gonna be taking on the Bengals. I will jump into this game because it is year 2, but let's see how the team did. Russell Copeland looks like he did all right. 5,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. That's a lot, but a rookie throwing 36 touchdowns with 500 yards, you definitely take that. He had exactly a 100 passer rating. That's interesting. Braden Middlebrooks looks like it might have been a good decision to start. 500 yards, the same yards per carry as Darrell Henderson, 10 touchdowns, and clearly he's younger. What's his dev trait? Still hidden. Still very hidden. It won't get revealed for a while, but it looks like star based on how he's developed, unfortunately. Tyreek Hill had 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle had over 1,200 yards. Mike Gesicki with 12 touchdowns. Patrick Roper did well, considering he only started half the year. This is where it's not so good. The blocking... Oh, someone joins the all-castration team. He joins, it was, I believe it was Wyatt Teller in my Browns rebuild. He was the first member of the all-castration team. I'll have to check. I might show it up on screen right now if I remember, but we have a new member, Robert Hunt. I mean, his last name is Hunt. That's close to Mike Hunt, so, you know, it's fitting for the immaturity, you know what I mean? But the rest of the line was horrid. Noah Jenkins as a rookie was terrible. Teron Armstead, for his overall, was terrible. Austin Jackson was terrible, letting up 7 sacks as a left guard. Connor Williams letting up 4 sacks as a center is not ideal, but he was arguably our best lineman, other than Robert Hunt. Defensively, Parker Hargrove led the team in tackles with 118, Max Dotson with 100. We had a good amount of tackles for loss, and sacks we got next to none. Jonathan Marshall led the team with exactly 6. What is his dev trait? Only star. Okay, well, fuck. I don't think we hit on any dev traits. We'll have to see. Christian Wilkins, Jalen Phillips, Emmanuel Ogba, all really disappointing. I mean, they did good in tackles for loss, but not much else. For picks, 3 each from Hargrove and Xavier Howard, 2 each from Will Jordan, Byron Jones, and Alonzo Thurston, who I did end up starting. It looks like he did all right. And then a pick from Max Dotson. So really cool. Jason Sanders was really good. Wow. For yearly awards, let's see what's going on. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes of the 11-6 Chiefs. That's interesting. A decent list up here. I mean, you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Desmond Ritter's a bit out of place. I see something so interesting, though. Tom Brady is back on the Patriots. They go 7-10, but he is back. That is cool. Tyler Huntley on the Panthers. This is weird. I don't know about this, Chief. It was making sense at the top, but it gets weird down here. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Joe Mixon, like usual lately, and no Dolphins up here. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Any Dolphins? No. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Russell Copeland. Patrick Roper comes in at number 2. Braden Middlebrooks, our running back, comes in at number 5. Pretty good list up there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, all us. Parker Hargrove comes in at number 1, Jonathan Marshall at 2, Will Jordan at 3, and Max Dotson at 4. Will Jordan might have a good dev trait, we'll see. And Alonzo Thurston at 10, so a lot of us. We were half the list there. That's cool. But we have a playoff first of many. I don't want to give them a boost. I'm just gonna go, whatever you call it, the fucking play it cool. Yeah, we'll go play it cool. Don't want to give them any stamina boost or whatever it gives them, confidence, I don't know. We're not gonna give that to them. We want all the advantages we can get. So let's jump in against the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals, and let's see if we can take them down. All right, here we go at, I almost said a Hard Rock Stadium against the Cincinnati Bengals. I am stupid. But let's get this game underway. We come out to an early 7-0 lead. They tie it up. We take the lead right back 14-7. 21-7 heading into half, 28-7, it's not close, 28-14, 28-21, it's now close. We do still have the lead, 35-21 is currently the score, 35-28 Miami, 42-28 42-35 ends up being the final score. That was scary. I thought I was going to be screwed over by another comeback, but wait, hold on. This is weird. So Miami, in today's game against the Ravens, I think they put up 42 points, and I believe TUA threw 6 touchdowns. Let me check Tua's stats today. Okay, yeah, Tua was 36 for 50, 469 yards, nice. 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. Russell Copeland threw 384 yards, 69 completion percentage, nice. 6 touchdowns, no picks, so kind of just a weird game. Yeah, they put up 42 in real life. And the Ravens put up 38. The division rival of them, Bengals, put up 35. So just weird parallels to today's game. And also, I'm realizing I didn't really show the team. I mean, I showed the stats, but I didn't really show a look at the roster. So yeah, it looks like we didn't hit on literally any dev traits. Copeland is a star. Jenkins is a star. Yeah, we didn't hit on a single dev trait. They're all just stars. That's unfortunate, but fitting for my luck. We have some upgrades though, hopefully some important ones here. Patrick Roper, okay, let's go. What's our scheme fit? Is it deep threat? No, it's playmaker. Okay, we'll make him a scheme fit. He goes up to a 77 overall. Any cool, +1 deep route, +1 speed. What's his speed now? 95 speed. That is lethal. I almost simmed past it, but let's jump in against Kansas City. Hopefully we can take them down. Bro, it's just rubbing it in my face. It's showing me so many 49ers players. The Seahawks are getting destroyed by San Francisco right now. The difference in coaching is really showing right now. Pete Carroll blows. But here we are taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional. This ain't about the Seahawks. This is the Dolphins. I saw the Browns are 16-1. That's something. But here we are underway against the Kansas City Chiefs. Low scoring game to start out. Chiefs are up 10-0 though. We score, make it 10-7. They score, make it 17-7. We put up another touchdown, 17-14. We're crawling back. They're up 20-17 and now they're kind of running away with it. They get the 2-point. They're just laying it on at the end. 42-14. That one was closer than the score showed. It does crash, of course, because it's EA. Okay, so I had to force win that game for the Chiefs, and the score wasn't too far apart. I mean, they scored 42, we scored 17. This time they scored 38, we scored 6. So, yeah, about the same. They're just the better team. Young boy better plus ratio, or whatever the cool kids say. I don't fucking know. Also, the Seahawks, one of the blockers got shoved back into Tyler Lockett on the punt return, which is weird to have Tyler Lockett doing the punt return still, but whatever. And yeah, that was fun. But the Saints take down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, so they weren't even good enough to win it. The Saints win 41-38. That's interesting. And we have a few upgrades here. Russell Copeland, Parker Hargrove. I want to spend this one to make sure he stays a scheme fit. +1 strength, +1 man, +2 block shed. That's nice. He has a superstar dev now. Perfect. And hopefully Copeland goes up to superstar. I think an award win is an guaranteed dev up. If it's not, I'm going to give him one. +1 speed, +1 throw power. Good lord. And yeah, he has superstar now, so nice. Now that I'm doing this, I don't know necessarily why I traded Tua. He's still young, he still had a dev trait, he did well. I don't know why, but I guess I won't complain too much because this guy is better. In terms of re-signings though, I don't think I necessarily want anyone back here. I'll re-sign Noah Igbenogany to be like a backup for just a cheap contract, but I'm starting the rookie corner we drafted. Unless I find an even better one in the draft. Austin Jackson, he's cheap, but I'm probably going to replace him, so we'll sign him to a long, cheap contract. He'll be a backup. I definitely want an upgrade there. Brandon Jones has been good. I'll re-sign him for 3 years. He's interested in rejoining. There we go. What else? I guess I'll re-sign Alec Ingold just for fun. I don't know. But I would want team friendly. Is he going to take team friendly? Okay, fine. Fuck you. Don't care. Didn't ask. Plus ratio. The 49ers score another touchdown. It is now 20-0. I love being a Seahawks fan. Please kill me. Anyways, in free agency, there's some pretty big name players here. I'm looking at one, though. I don't know how he performs in this game. I don't think he performs particularly well, but he would technically be a big upgrade in terms of overall. But let me see what I want to do here. And also, are there any cuts I can make that would actually be like worth it? Probably not. I guess I could cut Byron Jones and just re-sign him. How was he last year? Was he good? If not, I might just actually cut him. He was all right for Madden. He was decent. Did I see 69 tackles? Nice. But yeah, there's nobody I can really cut. So let's see. I think the first player I'm going to go for is going to be Rashawn Gary. I'll have to go player friendly probably to... No, actually I don't. We'll go neutral, and that should still have us in the lead by a pretty comfortable margin. That actually is a lot. Can we get away with maybe player friendly? Hold on, let's try that. Or team friendly, I mean. Let's see where this puts us. No, that puts us down in third or whatever. So we'll go neutral. We'll try that. And honestly, let's maybe try out Cam Akers. We'll go team friendly because I don't really want him, but I do want a good running back, so he could be a decent one. I just don't trust the running back we drafted. He's not a super high overall. I just don't fully trust him. What other needs do we even have on this team? I guess number 2 tight end, but we're not bad there. Left guard, that's what we need. We need a left guard. Austin Jackson was not great last year. Linebacker, we're definitely good all around. Maybe some edge depth, actually, or no, we're signing Rashawn Gary, so we'll be good there as long as we do sign him. Will Jordan doesn't dev up. That's kind of disappointing. We need a defensive end. Ooh, that's what we need. We need D-line depth. Okay, let's see. Let's go for Javon Kinlaw. We'll offer him team friendly, but I'll up it to like a 3-year deal. We'll try that. Hopefully he is interested. That's also a strategy I'm realizing is pretty good. Go down to team friendly, but just raise the years. It's not like we have to... yeah, these are the players I'm going for. Let's see if either of these 3 will sign with us right off the bat. So 2 of them do sign. Did they sign with us? Yes, they did. We get Rashawn Gary and Javon Kinlaw, making some big upgrades to our front 7. Now for Cam Akers, we might have to up it a little bit. I don't think we can do neutral. Oh, we can. I didn't know if we had the money or not. Whoa, that's probably more than I'm comfortable doing then. Let's try a little team friendly, but I might up it a little bit from team friendly. We'll go like that. I think that's about what neutral is anyways, but yeah, we'll see if Cam Akers wants that, and he doesn't take it. We'll try it again, and he signs with us. Perfect. So man, that makes this team really good. The only concerns I have now are guard, now edge depth, especially because I decided to move Marshall down to defensive end. He's a big dude, so I thought he just kind of fit better there. Is fast, so he kind of made sense as an edge, but yeah, he's just a bigger pass rusher, so I'd rather play him as a 3-4 defensive end than a 3-4 outside linebacker. And I guess maybe no, we have Brandon Jones. I guess corner depth, I don't know. We just don't have many needs left, which is a great thing. All right, here in the draft, ironically, the top 3 picks are all teams that are getting destroyed today. The Colts got beat 24-0, Cardinals are getting beat 17-0, and Seattle's getting beat 20-0, so kind of fitting. Good predictions, Madden, I'll give you that one. But we have the number 11 pick, and the Vikings just took a player that I wanted. God damn it. I don't know who to go with. There aren't many good linemen that are a scheme fit here. They're all either power or pass blockers. I'm gonna go with Hunter Richardson. That is the the first name is the widest name I've ever heard. He ran a 5.03 at the combine, 37 reps on the bench, great strength. He is 6'5", 336, so he's a beefy one, no homo. 22 years old, out of UCF. He has B awareness, which is good. Typically you want A for first rounders, but B's good enough. B lead block, A impact block, not great pass blocking or finesse, but looks like a good run. Does he look like a good run blocker? Now that I look at it, this guy might not be that good. He'll have good run block power. He'll probably have a run block power, but is he all that good? Yeah, let's take him. And he has hidden. Okay, he has 69 speed, nice, and 91 strength, so hopefully he will be a good left guard. If not, I'll probably just start Austin Jackson still. Ooh, this guy's from Washington State, so I kind of want to be biased and take him. He looks good, he's strong, he's decently fast. Good power moves, good pursuit, good awareness. I'll look around a little bit more, but he looks good. Again, no homo. This guy looks alright too. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna go with, who was it? It was Tavarius Murray, I think, right? Yeah, he is 6'2", 226, 23 years old, out of Washington State. Go Cougs. He is a pass rusher, clearly. Like I said, good speed, good strength, B awareness, A power moves. He has A to C man coverage for some reason. Okay. B block shedding, B pursuit. Not a great tackler, but good pass rusher, and is kind of an athletic freak, so let's take him. Well, that's tragic. He has normal, but looks like a good player, so I'm happy with that pick. Tavarius Murray. Is that Latavius Murray's alter ego, or what is that? I think I'm gonna go Kareem Porter with this pick. He looks like a good corner, left-handed just like me for real. Decent speed, listed as good, so maybe he's a little better than a 4.48. We'll see. Decent awareness, maybe. Good press. Solid man in zone for a corner past the first round. Good play rec, I guess. Decent tackling. Looks like an overall solid player. Nothing special, but should be a good depth corner. Let's take him. And he has hidden. Maybe he'll be better than I expected. We'll see. So here's a recap of the draft. Not my greatest one ever. Hunter Richardson is a 74 overall. I already moved him over to left guard, which is where he's going to play. Just, yeah, I didn't think he would be that great. He isn't that great, but I kind of expected it. He looked better to me before I was like actually looking at his stats. Tavarius Murray is only a 72 overall. Good speed, good strength, I guess. Where's his strength? 83 strength, yeah. I don't know, he's missing something. I guess it's just run defense. Yeah, he's not a very good run defender. He is a good pass rusher, though, so that's good. Kareem Porter, the corner, is a 72 overall, so he might start this year, honestly. Looks like a pretty solid corner. Good speed, good man, a good play rec, good press. Looks like a good corner. And then I think this is where I stopped showing him. I took Angelo Geralt. I don't know. I moved him to free safety. He was a strong safety. Good speed, good zone, decent tackling, good hit power. Looks like a good safety. Dion Waters is a 70 overall. He's a defensive end I took. And then I moved Bobby Gillisley to safety, where he actually goes up to a 65. He was a 62 overall linebacker, so I guess that's an upgrade. He's just going to be a big-bodied run-defending linebacker, or run-defending safety, just more of a box safety, and then some linemen the CPU took. So here's a look at the team going into the third and final year of the rebuild. Obviously, Russell Copeland is looking very nice at an 80 overall with his superstar dev. Good throw power. His throw power actually went up too. Good accuracy. His deep accuracy isn't great, but I'm sure it'll get there. Good break sack. Just a great overall balanced quarterback. Good speed, good throw power, good accuracy, good at everything. Not great, but good. This receiving core is nice too. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, Cedric Wilson, Patrick Roper even is pretty good. I mean, I thought Deshaun was the Roper, not Patrick, you know what I'm saying? That's a terrible joke. I hope some of you at least kind of get that. O-line is looking very, very nice. If Richardson sucks, I might sub Austin Jackson back in, but we'll see. In the defense here, we have Parker Hargrove at a superstar dev, defensive rookie of the year last year, clearly. I'm very glad I decided to trade Jerome Baker. It did end up being worth it. I could start Geralt this year, Angelo Geralt, but Will Jordan was pretty good, so I don't know. Xavier Howard and Byron Jones are regressing, but they're still good. We added Porter here, Kareem Porter, to be our third corner. He'll be our slot corner, and I think I might try to play Geralt as like a backup nickel or maybe like a sub linebacker. I don't know. I want to get all these players involved. It's just hard because we have so many. But yeah, we added Rashawn Gary. This defense is looking really nice. We have an 89 overall offense, only an 83 on defense, but it looks a lot better than the overall says. Part of me feels like those numbers are flipped almost, because this looks more like an 83. Our defense looks more like an 89. I don't know. But of course, like usual, it's all about performance. It's not about on paper. Well, it kind of is, because Madden Sim is stupid a lot of the time, and even if you build a great team, it ends up sucking a lot of the time anyways. But let's see how we can do. Okay, that is what you want to see. At the midseason point of year number 3, we are 6-1. We have a breakout QB here. I highly doubt he's going to hit it because the Jags are kind of broken in this game. Because it would have to go from superstar to superstar X Factor. It's going to be a lot of requirements. What is it going to be? It's going to be 400 yards, or it's throw 1 or fewer interceptions and 400 yards, or 4 total touchdowns. That's it, 4 total, like he can hit 4 total touchdowns and get it? Maybe. I mean, I don't want to say for sure yes, but we have a heavy rain forecasted. We're probably just going to want to go passing so we can hit this, right? I hate the amount of glitches in this game. Like, look at all the jerseys. Marshall, neither of those are Marshall. They're all like lines through them. They don't have the right number. Like, this game sucks so bad. But let's see if we can hit that. And we do lose to the Jaguars. Do we at least hit the goal for the X Factor, Dev Trait? Probably not, because we lost, but let's see. It might be a little harsh. Okay, no, we didn't hit it. Well, that's okay. So we finished the year 12-5. That is huge. We are taking on the Chiefs in the wild card. We have some upgrades here. You know, if you don't know, go slot for corners if you want a lot of man coverage. He goes up 2 overall from 1 upgrade. 3 man coverage plus 1 speed. It's kind of a broken upgrade. And he has superstar dev. Kareem Porter, our nickel corner, has superstar. That's huge. But super quick, you know, as we're taking a look at the team, if you've made it all the way here and you have not liked and subscribed yet, what are you doing? You must have enjoyed this video a little bit, at least if you've made it all the way here, you know what I mean. So be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to get notified whenever I upload. A lot of people actually have those on, so be sure to do that. And comment down below what team I should do next. I have a very fun rebuild coming next. It's kind of a challenge video. It's gonna be hard, but I'm ready for it. But yeah, this team looks great. Rashawn Gary's playing up to a 97. We have a lot of superstars, well, a decent amount of superstars and X Factors on defense. 4 superstars, 1 X Factor. And on offense, we have a great offense too. We have, what, a 91 overall offense? Yeah, 85 defense. Let's check out some of the stats though. I want to see how we did. I'm curious. Oh my god. Russell Copeland might be the best quarterback I have ever had in this game before. He finished with 4,900 yards, 58 touchdowns. I think that's the most ever for one of my rebuilds. And you gotta remember, the passing numbers in this game are nerfed. They brought them back down to be a little more realistic. He led the league in touchdowns by 13. If he didn't win MVP, I will do unspeakable things. I will commit fraud. I don't know. 69% completion percentage, nice. 115 passer rating. Cam Akers was also very, very good. 1,200 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill was a god, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle with just over 1,000 with 15 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki had 11 touchdowns. And then our other receivers did all right. Blocking was much improved this year. Teron Armstead had a better year. Noah Jenkins had a much better year, cutting his sacks in almost half, because I think he had 15. This is about half. Connor Williams was not good. He let up 6 sacks. Hunter Richardson was very nice, only letting up 4. Robert Hunt was letting up 3 as a right guard is meh. Parker Hargrove led the team, not let the team, with 142 tackles for loss, 2 players with 17, Rashawn Gary and Emmanuel Ogbah, Jalen Phillips with 14, and sacks. It looks like it was much better this year. 12 from Emmanuel Ogbah. I highly suggest him if you're doing a rebuild. He is very good in this game. I highly, highly suggest him. Last year was kind of weird, but yeah, he's very good. Rashawn Gary with 9.5 sacks was number 2. Jalen Phillips with 8. Christian Wilkins with 5. Interceptions, Parker Hargrove. He was not Defensive Rookie of the Year last year, right? Or was he? Yeah, he was the one who won it. So he has another monster year, leading the team with 5 picks. 3 for Xavier Howard, 2 from Byron Jones and Javon Holland, and a number of players had 1. So we were 10th in offensive yards this year, much better than we have been. Defensively, we were 17th, so meh. We were 3rd in points scored. That's huge. And how about points allowed? We were also 3rd, so we were so much better in points scored and allowed. So Russell Copeland wins MVP. That is huge. It's not gonna matter for us because this is the last year anyways, but it's still fun to win MVP. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Christian Kirk. Tyreek at number 5. No Copeland, surprisingly, but Tyreek does get up there. TJ Watt comes in as the Defensive Player of the Year. Parker Hargrove at number 3. He almost wins Defensive Player of the Year this year, so he is a stud. Rashawn Gary at number 10. I'm surprised no Emmanuel Ogbah. That's really weird. Jaden Andrews, a probably quarterback for the Texans wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was going to say MVP, not MVP. No Dolphins. I don't think we really had anyone in contention for that. I mean, we had a rookie lineman. And Angelo Geralt, our backup safety, comes in at number 5 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So very, very successful year number 3. Great in terms of scoring and points allowed. Decent in yards and amazing in overall. But let's jump in against Kansas City. We have the rematch against them. Hopefully we can take them down this time. Oh, we have... Is this a snowy game? Oh no, it's just rainy. Okay, I was going to say, is it snowing in Miami? No, it's just a very, very wet, cold-looking playoff game. I would hate to be at this one. Although it is a playoff game, so I wouldn't hate it too much. But let's jump into the game. So no scoring so far. 7-0, we take the lead against the Chiefs. 14-0, we are running away with it. 21-0. I expect them to come back a little bit, but we'll see if it's enough. 21-3, we're up 28-3. Hopefully we don't pull a Falcons. We don't. We're up 31-3. 31-10 is the score. They're going down to score again. It's 31-17. And that is the final. We take down Kansas City. The game crashes once again. That is an EA moment right there. Okay, so it is a bit closer when I had to resim it. I did obviously force the win because, you know, we won that game, clearly. But it is a bit closer. We should get a decent amount of XP, though. I wonder who did well. Hunter Richardson gets an upgrade. That's not bad. Get one of our linemen, I almost said dev-upped, but developed, I guess I would say. But we are going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals once again. It is the same as our last playoff run, just flip. Because, right, we played the Bengals first and then the Chiefs in the Divisional and we lost. But let's see if we can win in the Divisional this time, taking on the team we beat last year. Alright, here we are in the Divisional once again at Rock Hard Stadium. That's weird, I said that at the same time as the announcer. I don't know if that's going to come through in the video, but that was interesting. But let's see if we can take down the Cincinnati Bengals. We take an immediate 7-0 lead. They tie it up 7-7. That was before I could even react. We take the lead 10-7, 13-7. We're going down in scoring. 2014 is the score. The last time the Dolphins were good, I guess. 2017 is now the score. They take the lead 24-20. We take it right back 27-20. 34-24 is now the score. 41-24. We ran away with it at the end. That was a lot closer than the score showed. But we do take down the Cincinnati Bengals. In the AFC Conference Championship, we're going to be taking on the Indianapolis Colts, who just got absolutely destroyed today. Didn't they just have the number 1 pick, though? I swear to God they did. So they went from worst team in the NFL to in the AFC Conference Championship. That is interesting, but let's see if we can take down the Indianapolis Colts. They have Jonathan Taylor, DeForest Buckner, and they added Travis Kelce. That is interesting. Our top 3 are Tyreek Hill, Xavier Howard, and Rashawn Gary, just simply because of the dev traits. I wish it showed in order of overall right there instead of, you know, dev trait, but, you know, EA doesn't do stuff that makes sense, apparently. I've talked so much shit on EA in this video, I don't know. Alright, here we go in the AFC Conference Championship, another home game for us. I will give them one thing, those intros for the games are pretty cool. For the playoff games, those are pretty sick. But let's see if we can be like the Jacksonville Jaguars and take down the Indianapolis Colts. They are up 6-3. It looks like they missed an extra point. They're up 13-3, now up 13-10, 20-10. They're leading us for sure. They're beating us pretty bad. 27-20, 34-20 is the score in favor of the Colts. 41-20. It's not really close. It looks like 41-27 is going to be the final score as we go down to the Colts. That's unfortunate. Let's check out how the team did. So Russell Copeland was decent. I'm going to shut the announcers up. There we go. Jonathan Taylor ran all over us. 161 yards, 3 touchdowns, 9.8 yards per carry. Rick Pearman was their leading receiver with 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is a rookie. Looks like he was a good pick for them. Only 3 sacks total throughout the game. That's was interesting. Angelo Geralt got one for us, and Yannick Ngakoue and DeForest Buckner each got one for them. And Bobby Okereke got the interception for the Colts. So, bit of an unfortunate loss here. You know, we had the better team, better record, and we were at home, but you know, you can't overcome Madden Sim sometime. But unfortunately, that is all for today's rebuild. The Dolphins were a surprisingly fun rebuild, up to an 88 overall with morale here. Amazing team. I would love to do a realistic rebuild of them at some point in the future. But speaking of other videos, if there's a team you want me to rebuild, let me know, and if I pick your comment, you know, you'll get to see the video, I'll give you a shout out, and you'll gain subscribers, you know what I mean? It's a win-win-win. So be sure to do that. I appreciate everyone who comments, watches, likes, anything. It helps me out a ton. But of course, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you have, comment the word swag, I don't know. Because you're a real one if you made it all the way here. But yeah, trying to hit 25 likes, 500 subs, hopefully we can get there. But thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys again in the next video. Goodbye.